Good morning, my friends. I want to welcome everybody that's watching this live broadcast on Facebook, as well as all of my friends and connections on LinkedIn that are watching this free broadcast. Additionally, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, welcome. The information that we share during these free broadcasts is having a monumental impact on people that are trying to make money on the internet, whether you're a network marketer, affiliate marketer, or whether you have something that you want to market and sell to a particular audience of people. There's no faster way to do it than the formula that I introduced 27 years ago. So let me be clear. Number one, you don't need a funnel. You don't need a blog. You don't need capture pages. You don't need to spend a ton of money on leads, advertising, or spending money driving traffic to a website. Save your money. All you need is a profile on LinkedIn, a profile on Facebook, and then you have access, direct access to the millions of people that are in your target audience that you can connect with on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Let me quickly first take a look and see who's here. And then let me take a look at the chat window, questions. And good morning, Dee. It's nice to see you. All right. All right. So, first and foremost, the motivating quote that you see in front of you. When life hands you lemons, make lemonade. When something happens that takes you down a different road than you'd planned, you can take control of the situation and turn it into something positive. What looks like a catastrophe can end up being a wonderful new opportunity. Now, the first time I published that was back in 2015. And it was directed towards network marketers that were in companies that were going out of business. I mean, what do you do when you've been working with a network marketing company for 10 years, 11 years, and then you get an email that says, we're sorry to say that we're going to be discontinuing our distributor agreements, and we're now going to be selling our products on the internet. Thank you for getting us the customers, but your business opportunity is over. Or you get an email that says, hey, I'm sorry, but we're going out of business. Last month, the folks in Paseo, who had been building the business for 5 or 6 years, were notified that Paseo is being phased out. But don't worry, something better is coming. The truth is that no one in the industry ever talks about this. But when I discovered years ago that there were unhappy network marketers in the industry. And I turned my leaders onto that. My business went from roughly 350, 400 people to 7,000 people in 18 months. That's right, 7,000 people in 18 months. And then the company that I was with ended up selling to another company with a totally different agenda. And my business went to hell. It happens. I remember the first time when I was building a network marketing business, I ran an ad in a newspaper. And I would run newspaper ads, fill up a hotel, make my phone ring, and I talked to enough people to fill up a hotel room. And that was how I was building my business. Spent more money than I made, but hotel meetings worked back then. And then one day, somebody called on an ad. It sounded so sharp. And we're talking for about 5 minutes. And then he says to me, "Excuse me, but is this network marketing?" Back then, I hated that question. I was new to the business. Well, you can't lie, and I'm certainly not shy. So I said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "Well, thank you very much, but I'm not interested." All right. Would you mind telling me why? So I said, "Sure." He says, "I got involved in one of these companies a few years back." He says, "I'm good in sales. And I built up a business where I was making about $20,000 a month. I bought a new house. I'm driving a BMW. I got married. I'm living my dream." And then the company shut down and I lost everything. I lost the house. I lost the BMW. I even lost my wife. I would never get into one of those businesses again. But I didn't know what to say to him. In fact, I didn't know what to say to him. I didn't learn what to say to him until 3 years later. Now, it wouldn't have mattered because this had happened a few years earlier. If it had just happened, my response would have been a totally different story. Because the truth is that the most successful network marketers in the industry have been in more than one company during their network marketing career. Things change. They change. And so if your company goes down the tubes, that doesn't necessarily have to end your network marketing career. No. You find another company that has products you can be passionate about. You hook up with a leader that can help you. And the other criteria that you have to be really, really concerned about is they've got good online tools because you want to build the business online. Then you go back to all the people that you know in your company, not just your leaders and the people on your team. Everybody in the company is searching for something new. So you reach out to other leaders. You make big announcements on social media because 70% of the people that are in a network marketing company are orphans. They're not part of any team. They don't have a leader to follow. So you join this new company and you bring your team plus all the leaders that will follow you and all of the orphans that will follow you, and you'll end up making more money in your second company than you did in your first. I couldn't say it to that guy. Didn't matter. But I never forgot the phone call. And I didn't get a chance to put it together until 3.5 years later. one of my distributors connected with an unhappy network marketer in a company that had been trying to sell him on his deal. What connected the two of them was they were both horse lovers. She had a horse, he had a horse. And he, was building a relationship, waiting for the time that she would get tired of building our business and he'd be open to looking at another one. As it turned out, his company changed the comp plan. And when he got his significantly reduced check, he called her up and she joined our business. He joined our business. Then he gave us the contact information for a regional vice president, his upline that had over 150,000 people on his team. We called his upline and we brought his upline into the business. He was one of 5 regional vice presidents that we brought in from that one company alone. This kind of activity takes place all the time, but nobody ever talks about it. Understandably, we don't want the new people to get discouraged. We don't want to place a seed of doubt in someone's mind. Every month, 200 companies crash and burn for all kinds of different reasons. Who's to say that our company won't be one of those companies next month? So nobody talks about it. Asking the right questions when you talk to people on Facebook, on LinkedIn, you have all kinds of choices of people that you can talk to. And frankly, you want to talk to people that have large circles of influence. If you're going to talk to somebody about your business, and we're talking about finding people that are interested in a business opportunity, we're looking for business builders. That, my friend, is how you grow your business faster. So connecting with the right people is going to be important. And on Sunday night, on our Social Selling Sunday broadcast, we're going to dive into how to ensure that you connect with the right people, specifically on LinkedIn. And when you do, when you start a conversation, asking the right questions is the secret to closing more sales. So back in 2019, when COVID hit and retail stores were prevented from opening, gyms, restaurants, retail stores were all shut down by government mandates. People couldn't go to work. They were stuck at home. And so we released a book called How Network Marketers Catch Whales. And it was primarily designed for the professional corporate whale, the managers, the district managers, the store managers that work for companies. And now the companies are going out of business. The companies have shut down. And you could actually connect with these people, build that relationship, and literally bring some of those people into your business, because it was just like talking to an unhappy network marketer. And so I went back about 3 weeks ago and we resurrected some of the scripts and some of the conversations we were using back then very, very successfully with the corporate people. And I integrated it into our How Network Marketers Catch Whales, because now we have 2 different groups. We have the insider whales, people that are inside network marketing and know all about it. And then we have the outsider whales, people with large circles of influence that have no network marketing experience. And for those of you that are in our March boot camp, we have our final boot camp session on Tuesday night, we've already started to introduce some of those scripts. Todd, I love success stories, and I'm not sharing these to impress you. I share them with you to impress upon you what you can be doing. Sent me this early in the morning. Max, I started using your strategies for enrolling a whale from the corporate world 10 days ago. Since then, I've been connecting with about 30 people a day, enrolled a business builder yesterday, and have 3 solid appointments for today. After 20 plus years in the MLM industry and trying pretty much everything taught by numerous so-called gurus, I'm amazed at the results I'm getting from what you teach. And at 3:41 that afternoon, thanks to you, Max, I enrolled 3 rock stars in a row. This wouldn't have been possible without your strategies for enrolling a whale from the corporate world. I can't tell you how grateful I am for discovering your training. So all of you are heading down the same road. You all have the same equal access to people. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook are changing dramatically. They're changing right in front of our eyes. For those of you that are in boot camp, we've already seen a number of changes take place right in front of us. So there are new video and texting tactics that will help produce immediate results on LinkedIn. Take one action, post one thing, and you have dozens, if not hundreds of people that you could talk to. Same thing with Facebook. There is no shortage of opportunity for you to talk to people, to build your team. And some of the new features on LinkedIn, oh my God. It's a network marketer's dream. Now, by the time our April boot camp starts, the number of professionals on LinkedIn will have risen to 930 million professionals. They're in the process right now. They're adding 2 million professionals every week. Every week. When we opened up boot camp in March, we talked about 920 million professionals. It's going by leap and bounds, and there's a reason. LinkedIn is hot. I mean, it is unbelievably hot. And if you're serious about building a business, man, you need to be over there. And actually, what ended up happening was last month, thanks to one of our coaching students that made a discovery, we discovered how you can use it for free. Now, we started to share it in our March boot camp. We're going to get into more details in our April boot camp. So we just finished communicating, and now we're going to be going to closing. And we're talking about there is power when things change, and the power of posting continues to change every day. And posting is one way for all of you to make connections with people. Now, I'm going to shift screens. And let me take a look and see who's here. Grace, pop your phone number in there, and I'll give you a call. All right, let me look up here. Okay, Edward, you can't take images from the inspiration ebook and paste them somewhere else. No, you can't. No, you can't. They're not in a format where you can copy and paste them. All right. So let's go over first to LinkedIn. All right. So D, you just made a post 52 minutes ago.
Max.
Good morning, D. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am terrific. Now, notice you just made a post and you've already had 10 people that liked it and one person made a comment. Now, if there's team member, one of the easiest strategies that you can do to increase your visibility is to let your team members know that you made a post and the expression is you'd like a boost.
Okay.
So they can go over here, and if they're going to like it, if they're going to make this effort, you want them to love it. All right, because loving it gets you advanced, gets you higher rankings. So if we go over here and look at this, so you had 9 people that liked it. One person loved it. That was me. And here's another one that really appreciated it. So there's all kinds of people here that you could literally reach out, start a conversation with. All right, now, if we go over to oh, here, look at this. This is the kind of no, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. None of that.
I report those.
Now, let me take a look at something. So you see, notice we're not even connected. We're not even connected. And so LinkedIn now is allowing people to connect with people, send a message at least, without being connected. And this is going to open up the floodgates for marketers to jam this stuff down your throat. Let me I could show you this in my account, but I think it's gonna mean more if I do it in yours. What's the email address that you're using for LinkedIn?
Online with D.
Here we go. Let's go over here first to your network. All right. So you got 36 people that are trying to, connect with you. But what I want to show you here is this item here called celebrations. Have you played around with this yet?
I did at first when you mentioned it. Then we kind of got consumed a little more in hockey, which is now over. So
Okay. So let me just show you. First, if we go over here to your connections, we filtered this down. So your first level is 4,200 people.
great.
All right, now, so if we did a keyword search, see how many of your connections are open to something. Okay, so now you got 4,200 connections. And we'll just memorialize this 3/18/23. And 424 are open. Looking 616. Speaking 202. And finally, searching 58. So we got 424, 616, 202, 58. So you have a total of 1,300 people, the prospects, so that's
We had a
31
handful.
31%. So one of the things that we're adding to the daily routine, for those of you that have been students for a while, is we want to be able to go back and look at some of the, for example, let's take this guy here, Mike, semi-retired. Let's go over here and look at the message. Look at this,
Been a long while.
2018. So you have unlimited opportunities to restart conversations. And you've been connected all of this time. And so notice you've got 10 on a page. Let's go to page 3. Now, some of these people seeking new challenges, looking for new opportunity.
2018.
All right. So this is one action that you're going to want to take on a daily basis. Now, if we come back over here to your network, and we're just going to look at celebrations, and we're just going to look at birthdays. Now, these people are all people that you are directly connected with. So once you're connected to someone, you're connected. Even if you never message them at all. So we go over here and let's look at the message history.
March of last year, a year ago.
2019. Now, notice if we come down here, this is the reason why you don't want to use LinkedIn's GIFs. Because the lifespan of their GIFs,
Ever changing.
90 to 120 days. So every
Really?
time, yeah, they're, it has something to do with space. Okay, because moving images take up more space. So this, which is the reason why you want to be using your own. But he never wrote back. Now, if we go ahead and we bring up his profile. So he is a multi-unit franchise owner. Now, he was in fitness right in the middle of COVID. Right in the, right in the middle of COVID. So many people that were promoting fitness lost their jobs. So he'd been a manager since 2015. 7 years. And then he got out of that business and he started this business. If you come up here to the top, so he's no longer looking for an opportunity, but somewhere on his profile, but looking for a great work lunch, it picks up individual, it goes through your profile and it picks up the words looking for. So it picked that up because all we did was we typed in looking. So you need to
His
take
birthday today.
Right, exactly. But the thing that is causing the connection is the birthday. Now on LinkedIn, actually on LinkedIn or Facebook, because so many people have birthdays and on their birthday, they get slammed with all kinds of messages from people. My best friend, we've been friends since the 6th grade. And he always remembers my birthday. And somehow, and I've never remembered his until Facebook. Okay? Until Facebook. Now, Facebook, and he's not active on Facebook, but I get a notice that when Art's having a birthday. And so ever since Facebook, I've never missed wishing him a happy birthday. So this is an opportunity. You wait 3 or 4 days and you can go back and you can restart the conversation. Hey, I wanted to wish you a belated happy birthday. And then start a conversation based on his business. Now, if we go over here to Facebook, now Robin yesterday posted the fact that it's her birthday. And so you come down here and look at all the people
Wow.
All right. This is one of the reasons why you don't want to wish someone a happy birthday on their birthday, because you get buried with everything. And she had 813 comments. These are 813 opportunities for her to talk to people. Birthdays have always been the easiest and most effective way to start conversations with people. And LinkedIn, only in the last, 8 years, added birthdays. I mean, think about it. It was a repository for resumes. Nobody puts their birthday on a resume. But not
That's
only, it's, in the United States, it's against the law to discriminate against somebody over their age. So people never put their birthday. But look what LinkedIn. So 8 years ago, LinkedIn added birthdays. If we come over, let's go over here to your settings. Now, look at personal demographics.
Don't have any of that filled out.
I'm sorry?
Don't have any of that filled out
Oh, no, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
based on your instructions. Yeah.
Exactly. But look at what they're asking for now. Select your gender. Your gender. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
The world.
Look at this. We come down here. Now, there's a lot more beyond this. But there's one that they just added. Let's see. Let's see if we can get to the whole list. But they just, in the last 4 months, added the year to birthdays. So again, we're not going to fill out any of that stuff. Let's see, maybe. Well, I can't find, it's not coming up on your page because you've been doing it such a long time. But the other thing that they're doing, and from time to time, you need to check your visibility, because what they're doing from time to time is they're resetting active status, and they're resetting the follow me part. So you're good.
Okay.
And now another thing that they've done, whoops, love the cover.
Thank you.
Like, I'm not going to use this one, but I like the.
I can send you the background without the words. I made it on Canva.
No, I
I can send
mean,
you the image.
yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, no problem.
So here's the deal. It's all about putting yourself out there. Now, if we come back over here to, let's go over here to your messages. So some of you are going to notice they have also changed the message format. So focused are the messages you're getting from people that you're connected to, that you conceivably want to talk to. And then you go over here to other. So you got all these people over here that somehow ended up over here. So one of the things that you need to do she never responded.
She's
So,
open to work.
right. So we need to bring up her profile. And so the question is, why does she want to leave this company? However, it's possible that she's open to work so that she can get more business. So she's not looking to change jobs. But, you know, you look at the rest of the stuff that's here.
Since 2020, she hasn't had something for longer than 9 months until she's added something different.
Uh-huh. So it's easy to to restart a conversation.
There's been a lot of times where I've restarted a conversation and then there's nothing heard back. You do, what would you do? Touch him about 3 times and carry on,
Well,
depending on
who
who they are?
what it comes down to, well, the answer to your question is yes. Okay, now the thing is that if you're posting on a regular basis, the only people that are going to see your posts are going to be the people that you've engaged in most recently. So not being connected, you've been connected, but there's been no engagement since 2022. So she doesn't see any of your posts. As soon as you make the effort to reconnect, then for a short period of time, everything that she posts, everything that you post, she's going to see. So the key to all of this is to send her a message now. The best, this is February of 2022, so it's well over a year. So the easiest way to restart it we'll do. Now we're not going to use a moving image because that's more work than We want to be able to do this quickly. So we're going to send. Did she get one or did she get two?
Yeah.
Then. Now remember, you've been connected to her for over a year. Just sent this to a good friend and thought that you'd appreciate it too. No. I recently started sending motivational messages like these to my friends. I hope you enjoy them. Now, and so the question why
Why are you looking for new work when you're currently working at?
or we could say, why are you looking so you're going to get her attention and we're going to ask her a direct question that is relevant to her situation.
Okay.
All right. And so the reason that we want to do this with just an image is because we can just paste it in there. Moving forward, if she does respond back, we can start sending moving images. We can start posting moving images. So if we go back over here, and so let's take a look at what's happening with your posts. So this post an hour ago. Now, the difference between impressions, this is the number of people that looked at it. But it's not about impressions. It's about getting people to like it, comment. Otherwise, you can't communicate. with folks. So now what we're gonna, I wanna kind of prove a point here. You're really getting good response.
I am, and it depends on what it depends on what I post, like that one about the trees. There was quite a few impressions, but only one person liked it, so then I
Okay.
did a test with something else.
So let's go back over here and let's post something that moves. I'll show you the difference. I'm down here a little bit.
Last time I posted a moving image was 2 weeks ago. And I found what I'm posting, I don't get as much engagement on the moving ones that I've posted as I have on just the quotes.
Uh-huh.
But again, it all depends on what the quotes are.
No question about it. No question about it. So let's try this one. Oh.
Like on Giphy.com, excuse me, I have bookmarked Power of Positivity. Some of their quotes that they've turned into gifts.
Mhm. So here's one. It's well to be up before daybreak, for such habits contribute to health, wealth, and wisdom. Okay, it moves. So let's just, and we'll ask a question. Because we want to give people a reason or an opportunity to respond. Okay. So let me take a look in yeah, I've got some other ones that I can share with you. Are you available to talk on the phone now? Can I give you a call?
Are we doing the mastermind later?
Yes, we're doing a mastermind, but I want to do it. I want to talk to you before the mastermind.
Sure. Yep, I'm
Give me
available.
about 15 minutes. I'll give you a call.
Thanks.
Okie doke. Now, as for the rest of you, for those of you that are coaching students, we're going to have a mastermind session at 1 o'clock. Let's take a look. Let me look in the question box. Pardon me, we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at that in the mastermind session, okay? I'm just scrolling down, looking at some of these other comments. So while I'm still in these accounts, one of the things that you can do, and again, it's all about, you have the ability to create your own activity. When you create your profile and you put yourself out here as someone that your ideal prospect would want to know. So this is where it starts. Let me now, on Sunday night, I'm going to be, our social selling Sunday training is going to be all about the secret to selecting perfect prospects on LinkedIn. And for those of you that are students, I have opened up registration for our April boot camp, and I've opened up reservations for my April, my spring retreat. Now, every boot camp is different. Every retreat is also different. So I'm going to put in the chat first the links. For our Sunday broadcast. Then the link for the retreat combo promotion, maxliger.com/retreat combo. Attend the April boot camp plus our spring retreat. And there's a 2 payment option that you can take. Get started for $150. All right. Dutch, I'm not in a position to email you the link to the mastermind sessions. We use the same one every time, but you could write to support@maxsteingart.com, but I'm not in a position to do that. Okay. Boot camp starts on April the 6th. The retreat on April the 21st. And this is going to be a real game changer. We're going to be introducing a lot of those new scripts, a lot of new scripts. So next time, best of luck in building your business and God bless.